So my Outer Wilds video did exceptionally well. Like, it almost tripled my subscribers. Which means that a lot of my subscribers subscribe to me for gaming content. Which means I will be making more gaming videos from now on. I'll try to make at least one gaming video a month to keep the gamers happy. So with that out of the way, let's talk about God of War. God of War 2018 is a beautiful piece of art, and it's honestly one of the best games I've ever played. It's an incredible adaptation, reinvention, and interpretation of God of War and the Norse mythology. I was originally going to make a video about the sequel that just came out, but I'm broke, so we'll take a look at God of War 2018 instead. God of War's writing is absolutely incredible. But one thing that always stood out to me was how it handles parallels between its characters. So, God of War is about Kratos, the retired God of War who has to take care of his son Atreus now that his wife is gone. There is just one small thing. Every son in his family always kills their father. Kratos killed his father, who also killed his father, who also killed his father, and so on and so forth. And Kratos wants to end the cycle because he loves Atreus. He just doesn't know how to show that to Atreus. Yeah, Kratos is not a great dad. He tries to hide the fact that Atreus is a god, but a god not knowing that he's a god is like a disease, so Atreus is kinda getting very ill because of Kratos' great parenting. So in the third act of the game, we get a lot of parallels between different characters. But the most important ones are the parallels between Atreus and Baldur, the main antagonist of the story. Baldur was cursed by his mother Freya because she wanted to save Baldur's life. But now Baldur can't feel anything, and Baldur wants to kill his mother for what she did to him. So we have a parent who cursed their child by being overprotective and a child who is destined to kill their parent. We don't want Atreus to kill Kratos because he already died like 3 times. It's getting old. No, but in all seriousness, we don't want Atreus to kill Kratos, because Kratos' main goal in the game is to end the cycle. But the game creates these parallels between Baldur and Atreus to show that Atreus is going to go down the same path as Baldur, if Kratos doesn't realize that he has to tell Atreus the complete truth. I also love the parallels between Kratos and Freya. They both tried to protect their sons, but they accidentally gave them a curse instead of protection. But there is one very important difference between Freya and Kratos. Freya knows what she did was wrong. She feels guilty about destroying Baldur's life, and she expresses regret. Kratos, on the other hand, thinks he's doing the right thing by keeping the information from Atreus. His son reminds him of himself, the god of war who killed the Greek gods, the John Wick of the Greek pantheon, one might say. Kratos tells his son that he's a god pretty early on, because Kratos hoped that it would fix things, but it made them even worse. Kratos told his son that he was a god without telling him about his own origins. Then it did bring them closer, but it also changed Atreus. It made him more aggressive and egotistical, which reminded Kratos even more of his old self. Kratos had not told Atreus everything, and now he was getting punished for it. Kratos still hadn't come to terms with the person he once was, and seeing the parallels between Atreus and his old self made this even harder. And all of this setup gets perfectly resolved in the final battle. So Baldur loses his invulnerability because of Atreus' mistletoe area. So Baldur loses his invulnerability because of Atreus' mistletoe arrow, and he's defeated by Kratos. Freya once again expresses guilt for ruining Baldur's life, but Baldur doesn't care. He wants revenge. He's going to kill her. And you know what? I've done enough talking. I'll just show you.
I love you. Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The cycle ends here. Must be better than this.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy! You were just an animal! Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change!
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
Boy, listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with a god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving, and many who were not.
Kratos kills Baldur. He thinks he ended the cycle, but Freya tells him that nothing has changed. Kratos is still the same person. He's still the god killer. He still hasn't learned that he should be honest with Atreus. And this is truly my favorite moment of the entire game. Kratos is quiet. He now also sees the parallels between Baldur and Atreus. This parallel was only visible for the audience up to this point. But now, Kratos also realizes that Atreus will go down the same path as Baldur if Kratos doesn't tell Atreus the truth. So he does just that. He tells Atreus that he's from Sparta, and that he made a stupid deal with a god that cost him his soul. He finally comes to terms with his past, while proving to Freya that he is able to change. And all of that because he also saw the parallels. I adore what the writers do here. They turned the non-diegetic parallel into a diegetic one, to end Kratos' arc in the most perfect way imaginable. He finally broke the cycle, not with brute force, but with his past. God of War is a story about change. It's a story about how similarities can reveal so much more than differences. But most of all, it's a story about family, and about how every bad situation can become a good one, as long as you are willing to change with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I always forget to mention this, but I have a Discord server where you can talk about art and other stuff. The server is pretty dead at the moment, but it can be resurrected with your help, so make sure to join the server if you're interested.